Tengen and Kanji kiss underneath the mistletoe. There's so much wrong there. Mainly this. Mainly that. What day is it? It's not even January anymore. It's February. Gosh darn it, Komaru. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith. Toon Link Dave. Anomaly, the Anomalicars. Few know me as the man who's ready to take a walk down memory lane. But first, I'm United States Savior, and welcome back to another phenomenal, spectacular, awe-inspiring, long-awaited episode of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And it is Season 10, and with a new season, we see some new teams, some returning teams, trying to fight for the Hunger Games Tag Team Championships, held by Capture the Moment, Angie, Albedo, and Now. And while I say they're all waiting, trying to get into that finale, Agents of Chaos are here, Tag Team Champions are here. We've never had it hit in the Meet the Teams episode immediately. But hey, it's a 1 in 20 shot. Let's introduce all of the teams for this season. We'll start right at the top. Returning, we see Where's My Glove, Karumi, and Mai. Headphone Vibe, and we see Masaru, Neku. Rock On, Your Agents of Chaos, Ibuki, Reiko, Shinyan. Sato, and Rantaro, the Hornbearers, are back once again. The Selfless Saviors are here as well. Juzo, Keiji, and Mishima. Hashtag Spoiled makes their return. Togami, Natsumi, Oda. Wolfpack, Gonta, and Razor try and duke it out one more time, as well as Brute Force got so close but so far with Sakura, Tenko, and Mana. Corrupted Code sees Junko and So, who have been really spot on for a while. Can they do it again? Shorty Sleepover, Himiko, Kana, Crazy Hyoko. Unlucky Adventure Team, Nagito, and Bennett. Dual managers, Kanan, Yukiko, and Boss for what might be the final season of the Jailbirds Ryoma, and Alice. Robotics Club for potentially their swan song season as well, Kazuichi, Monica, Kibo. Capture the Moment. It was almost their swan song, but look at them now, holding those titles. Angie, Albedo, all thanks to Miss Now. Cutting Words, Toko, and Pepper return. To Be Me, back as well, but with a new face. Chihiro, Naoto, and now Shiki. A Fairy's Guide to Everything Magical. Usami and Paimon return together. Kirigiri protects an agency. Kizakura, Yui, trying to do what they did last season, get themselves to protect some Kirigiris. Do you remember? Now a legal team. Ryoko, Vike, and Fret. The Bob Squad, Chie, Mahiru, and Leone return. Watching the World Burn returns, but slightly smaller. Monokuma in the end. Where did Midori go? He went somewhere slightly lower down, and we'll get there. Cat Owner's Paradise back once again. Celeste with Jin and Marco. Sinister Side, we see Chisa and Sarah return. Parsnip is back once again. A brand new team, inspired by some of the events in Danganronpa S. Fat Togami and Teru Teru have they formed some sort of real friendship, and now they're watching each other's back and watching each other's diets. Heart-healthy diet, Fat Togami with Teru Teru. Can I switch to the... This was suggested a handful of times. And I can't blame you for suggesting it, because I'll be frank, it just makes sense, but do I love it? It's funny, it's great. Do I hate it? Yeah, I really do. It's very it's hee hee ha ha, the goofs, the gaffs, it's something, but Hiroko and Midori, Mama and Daddy. Let's keep on keeping on. Also returning, well-fed athletes Akane, Hina, Seeking Justice, Taka, George, and Dojima, the Apothecaries back as well, Seiko, and Sucrose. trying to get some good old tag team action going in the Hunger Games. Identity Crisis, Hajime and Murray carry on with Shuichi and Kazuha. An extra soul from Friendly Fisticuffs. We saw the Great Gozu and Kurumada almost get it done, but maybe they needed just a little nudge, a little extra help, and they got it in the form of Ito from Genshin Impact. Kiss from a Rose, they were so close yet so far. They're back once again, my old ride or dies. Will they be my ride or dies this season? Maybe, maybe not. Kaede, Noelle, Lawrence, Shatter Machine, Leon, Jotaro, and Ningguang are here as well. God Mode, Yuta, Azuru, strong and soft, and I need to fix that ampersand because sometimes the simulator likes to mess up ampersands, but there they are once again, and this will be their swan song too if they don't capitalize. Nekomaru Daisaku, our singles agent of chaos, and Mondo. And here we have, I think, all new teams for the way down. United We Fall, Kaito, and Mitsuko. They have stood so long, so many times, and yet they have not claimed a victory all their own. Daisaku did it at the start of the season. Can they work together and potentially get wins for themselves? Or will they be falling united? Unhealthy obsessions, no need for explanation. Corey, Mikan, Tharja, Pinky, and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Kotoko, Nagisa. Manga Mayhem, Komaru, Hifumi, and Samugi. And here we have the grand scheme. Kokichi and Claude are both here, ready to show the world what a good scheme can do. Maybe win them a title? We'll have to wait and see. Offspring of Chaos. We had Gundam and Owing in singles action together as the Offspring of Chaos, but now we have the Princessin, who's a little chaotic herself and fits right in with these three. Beauty Sleep, Chiaki, and Ganyu. They're both so sleepy and they're both absolute beauties, but let me tell you, Beauty Sleep, they are here to show the world what they can do. A fantastic suggestion in Sugar Daddies. Love it and hate it. Hate the name, but love the concept. Izuyoi, Gaius, and Kariya. Hired hand. Fuyuko's hired Maki to deliver the final blow for him this season because he wants some tag team gold. He's held singles gold twice. He needs some love from tag team action. Can Maki help him do it? I don't know. She's held no gold herself. Concealed Blades. Sayaka, Kai, and Edelgard. All known for having a concealed blade. What have they done with them? I don't know. If you haven't seen what they do with their concealed blades, you're gonna have to play those games for yourself or watch my playthroughs. I guess I don't have a playthrough of Trigger Happy Havoc. One day I might just sit down and do a whole Trigger Happy Havoc thing. Just a whole run of it, just for the lulz. Royal Shepherds, Sonya and Crom. Unhinged Commanders. We see Munakata and Dimitri. But wait, there's actually one more. Unhinged Commanders, we also have Haiji in there. Did I almost forget about Haiji? No, I didn't almost forget about him. He's in the Orteal version of this. For some reason, he got left out of this one. It might have just been me copying and pasting wrong. Eternally Internal, we see Kyoko and the Raiden Shogun. Final Gambit, we see Makoto, Taichi, and Yosuke, all known for putting their lives on the line for one final Gambit. Sour Patch Kids. They're sour sometimes, they're sweet sometimes, and then sometimes they're gone. Ruruka, Mukuro, and Crazy Yoko, Extra Large, Retirement Home. A very fun team of Tengen, Tenmyoji, and we see Hisano. Good old Hisano. I didn't think she'd ever make it in one of these games. Accessorize. A team full of those who really know how to accessorize Mew in her goggles. Maya in that big ol' scarf, and then Ranger, the king of accessories himself, the Himbros. I'm sorry, not the Himbos. I had to put some enunciation on it for my boy heroes, the Himbros. Hero bringing the bro in there with Kanji and Beat, definitely a couple of Himbos. Ladies and gentlemen, Futaro almost found himself lost. He didn't know who to team up with, where to go. And so he turned to what he knew best, baseball. And you know what he knew? That it was all about the Mets, baby! And so he has formed his own team surrounded about the Mets. He's like Chiaki, she's got the game plan. She's played sports games. She knows how baseball games go. She has played all these. She's played Wii Sports. She's hit home runs. Nane Chiaki. And we've seen how Mizuki can handle a pipe. Ain't nobody better at swinging a pipe and potentially swinging a bat to hit a home run along with Utaro. They formed the Mets, baby, the Mathletes. Yasuke, Minamoto, and Cork, all big brain boys. Probably very good at math, if we're being completely honest. Anthropology, we see Aiko, Iris, and Shoka. And last but not least, it's a set of pipes. Tiki and Joe. You know, Tiki, who's got a set of pipes. She is the voice. She is the voice. And then we have Joe, and I guess he's had experience with pipes. But anyway, those are the teams for this season. Who do you got as your tag team ride or die? Because I have to select mine too and hope that they are not eternally... You know what? Last season, my tag team ride or die got a victory. So I'm not even going to worry about jinxing a team. But you guys make your picks and then pick first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, because this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a long one. And we're not going to dilly or dally at all. I'm going to pick... And it's going to shock a lot of you. Concealed Blades. They're my ride or dies. I don't know what it is about this combination of folk, but it feels interesting, these three. Do I think they could get along? I honestly think they might be able to get along and make this thing work. But in this long list of tag teams, they got some work to do. But I think that they could do it. You guys are like, AB's ride or die is a team with Sayaka? Yes! Yes, it is! That seems a little bit chaotic. It could only get more chaotic if something else happened. It's season anew. And you know what that means. And I'm not going to forget to record it because, you know, you can't forget those things. Because in 3, 2, 1, it's season 10. It's the golden season. There's a 5% chance that every single team right here, right now, will have a shot at the titles held by Capture the Moment. Will they? I think it's time that we find out. Boom! It's looking... Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Yo. I looked away for a second and it slowed down. I was like, huh? I thought I was gonna have some work ahead of me. That was, for a first wheel, that was very close. Have we had a closer first wheel spin? Maybe. But if we have, only marginally, because my gosh, that were close. That was so close. Give me Concealed Blades for first. I really like Beauty Sleep. I do. I'm a big fan of that team. But you know what other team I'm a big fan of? In terms of these new teams, also tell me what's your favorite new team. I like Manga Mayhem. I do. I really do. But I also like Unhealthy Obsessions, and then United We Fall. A lot of people suggested it. There were some okay names for them, but I really like the name United We Fall. That's an AV name, by the way. That is an AV name. A lot of these are your suggestions as well, and then me kind of tweaking the names a bit to just flow a little bit better. The Mets was all me. It was all me, 100%. But I like Sour Patch Kids too. I like a lot of the new teams. I'm not gonna lie. I do like a lot of the new teams. They just fit. They just fit real well. And it's also really nice that there's like no specific team that you're just rooting against for. Like we used to have Tengen and Haiji together. I feel like they're now on teams with people that you can root for, and I kind of like to do that with these teams. To just have everyone on a team with someone that you can root for. This is bringing me great pain and pleasure at the same time, and I'm both looking forward to it and not looking forward to it. You've made your picks in the comments, which are fantastic and glorious, like this one, that one, and that one. But we got a show to get on the road, and before we do that, I gotta scroll all the way up. And let me just say, for certainty, give me Concealed Blades for first, Unhinged Commanders for second, and then I'm not gonna jinx the Mets, so give me Accessorize for... No, give me an old team for third. Give me an old team. Shorty Sleepover has not had a ton of love. Give me them for third. we got a little something to do, don't we? Something we always do. And that something is... Oh, look at that! It's Pokemon cards! Oh, hold on, I think we can stop to play. I mean, we could dilly and dally just a little bit. We could just, let's dilly and dally just a little bit, right? I mean, like, how about a little game of Who's That Pokemon? Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. Whomst is this Pokemon? It's a water type. Gen 1. Very familiar water type. Do you have a guess yet? It's a pre-evolution. It has one other evolution. Not two evolutions, not a three-stepper, it's a two-stepper. Got a guess yet? That should narrow it down quite a bit. But for those of you who are not well versed, how about I bet you this Pokemon would hate sponges and starfish. That's all the clues that I got. Do you have a guess? Do you know who it is? Who's that Pokemon? Oh, it's Tentacool! Oh, that is Tentacool. How about another one? What are the Pokemon we got here? You're probably one for... Are you one for one right now, or did you guess? I hope you didn't guess wrong. I hope you didn't guess wrong. I'm guessing wrong? No. You can't do that. You can't do that. Alright, hold on. Who else do we got in here? Who else do we got in here? I'll just pick one at random. We'll pick one at random. That's fine. Huh? Huh? Did I show you? I showed you, didn't I? It was Growlithe. What if... Let's pick another one. Let's pick a whole nother one. Oh yeah, this one's not that bad. This is also a two-step evolution. It's a two-stepper. You could consider it the same species as the mascot of Danganronpa. Oh, that's narrowing it down. Oh, okay, that's only a couple Pokemon. There's a second step evolution of this thing. You probably narrowed it down to maybe two Pokemon, 2 or 3. You know, maybe. Kinda looks like this Pokemon's doing a little cosplay like Samugi would. Little cosplay. Also looks like, you know, I'll be frank, looks like his face could be breaking out in a little cosbox. It's got that kind of color going on. Oh wait, you have a guess. Did you guess? Beware? Oh, you did. That was incredible. Good on you. Clap it up for yourself. Okay, I think we got one more. We got time for one more? We got time for one more? Okay, we got time for one more. This isn't a Pokemon. I don't know what kind of sick joke this is. Who's this Pokemon? Alright, that's enough of that. Get out of this dang card. I was just playing a delightful game of Who's That Pokemon? And you did this to me. Fine. I think it's time we roll this thing. Are you guys ready for it? There probably will be a Pokemon game this season, to be completely honest. Those seem to be some of the most popular ones, I'll be completely frank, but as we do this, as we roll this, we see that we are simulating a hot. Oh, I thought it was 1 for a second, but it is indeed 2. 2 times. Not once, but twice, which means we do not once, but twice. We're not gonna dilly and dally because you see we have a lot of people to get through. How will this bloodbath unfold? In what will be a massive game. Let's go on, let's proceed. And we see the podiums are there. The tributes are there. And the horns, oh, they're always here. Can we please, horn bearers? Sound the horns! Oh, I love that. Oh, I love to hear that. Kizakura runs away from the cornucopia. Kyoko runs away from the cornucopia as well. So does Natsumi and Fat Togami. They're like, this is a big game. If we get out of this cornucopia, we will not die. Mai grabs a jar of fishing bait. Toko gets the fishing gear. Albedo argues with Monokuma. Kaito throws a knife into Mukuro's... A knife into Mukuro's chest. Seiko and Ganyu are resurrected by the Lich King to kill the other tributes. Oh no. Iris runs away from the cornucopia. Maya grabs a honey-glazed ham. Celeste finds a teleporter, teleports to the Friday simulator. She wanders off, never to be seen again. So, runs away from the cornucopia. Nekomaru time travels from a past game in his blue police call box. Hiro lies to Ningguang about body swapping with Haiji to mess with him. They're promptly killed to prevent a body swap win. Well, fair. Tiki, oh no. Oh no. Tiki runs away from the cornucopia. Shiki refuses to believe that any of this is real. Kei spies a large, flashing red button in the cornucopia amongst the supplies. He recklessly presses it, and Shuichi, Chie, Alice, Gundam, Ranger, Dirty, Kurumi, Kazuha, and Kanan spontaneously combust. Okay, Himiko runs away from the cornucopia. Vike finds a huge rocket launcher. Keiji decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. That's my guy! Sarah spins around with a machete and triple beheads Kai, Kokichi, and Razor. You hate to see it, but you love to see Munakata running away from the cornucopia. Monokuma breaks Angie's nose for a basket of bread. Corey runs away from the cornucopia, as does Dimitri. Usami runs away from the cornucopia. Guys watches with envious. Kana and Tenko kiss before leaving the cornucopia. Tenko probably gave her a kiss on the forehead. He was like, you be a good girl now. Kana was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a good girl. Kana's great. Chiaki and Juzo engage in a friendly knife fight. Tharja grabs a shovel. Nagisa finds a canteen full of water. The comment section bet all their mana coins on Yasuke, so Yasuke better win. Genocide Jack shoots a poisonous dart in Kaide's neck, slowly killing her. Sumugi runs away from the cornucopia. Monster gets down on one knee and proposes to Fred? Fred accepts, and the two happily skip away from the cornucopia together. Tenmyoji receives a vision of him brutally dying at the hands of Leon and Chihiro as he sees him approaching. He uses that foresight to avoid dying. Kuramada runs away from the cornucopia. Krom receives a vision as well of him brutally dying, and he uses that foresight to avoid dying at the hands of Hina and Naoto. Fuyuko snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Oda begs for one of Mikan's weapons. She feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Oda. Nagisa gets that honey glazed ham. Yukiko runs away from the cornucopia. Dojima smashes Tengen across the face with a brick. He shrugs off the blow. The great Gozu runs away from the cornucopia. Maya runs away as well. Karia and Crazy Oko Large recognize each other and put their trust in one another. I didn't know you knew each other. I didn't know. Makoto runs away, ladder and some rope. Paimon finds a 64-pack of Crayola crayons in that cornucopia. Ibuki runs away as well. So does Chiaki and Lawrence and Mishima. Everyone also bet on Sonya, so Sonya better win. Monica and Fischl, they get proposed. Monica proposed to her. They happily skip away together. Who would have thunk? Kotoko finds a canteen full of water. Akane runs away from the cornucopia. Turner Boy and Joe engage in a bare-knuckle brawl. It's one of the most vicious fights of their lives, with each bone-shattering punch threatening to kill. After hours of exchanging blows, it finally ends when Joe snaps Turner Boy's neck. Joe, former tag team champion, he knows what it takes to defeat someone as powerful as Turner Boy. Sucrose runs away from the cornucopia. Mahiru finds a teleporter, teleports her to the Despair Dimension. This sparks the question of who would build a teleporter to the Despair Dimension. Yui stays at the cornucopia. Raiden, the Shogun, runs away from the cornucopia. Junko sets Mew on fire with a Molotov. Goodness gracious, Kyutaro and Neku are also resurrected by the Lich King. George opens a pack of gum. Jin, Beat, and Boss, they want some gum. They want it. They smelt it from a mile away. Cork and Daisaku fight for a bag. Cork gives up and retreats. That's fair. That man's just brimming with chaos this season. Reiko smashes the healing potion over Shiki's head, damaging and healing her simultaneously. Sato enters the game feeling a little under the weather. Togami and the inn comfort her and offer to take care of her this game. Those two take care of you. Huh. Okay. Yuta gathers as much food as he possibly can. Rantaro overpowers Hajime, killing him. Kazuichi comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that's escaped from an insane asylum. Sakura time travels in from a past game with her blue police call box. Azuru and Crazy Oko, they're like, we're gonna kill each other last. Claude seriously contemplates suicide. Don't do it, my lad. Jotaro begins to bully Hisano relentlessly. Jotaro, we gotta talk. That's Hisano. Me and Hisano, we go way back. Peko and Kibo immediately become friends. Shinyan finds a huge rocket launcher. Ryoko takes a shekel from inside the cornucopia. Gonta is unable to convince Taichi not to kill him. Rest in peace to Gonta. His whole team's out right now, I think. Maki runs away from the cornucopia, backed by unpopular demand Marco. The people love Marco. Teru tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a mistake and that he's not supposed to be here. Edelgard and Owain fight Mitarai and Minamimoto. Mitarai and Minamimoto survive. 2 fresh faces to official action, and they have both perished. Rest in peace to Edelgard and to Owain. A stray bolt of lightning causes Noelle and Yosuke to switch bodies. Oh, no. That's cursed. Aiko grabs a honey glazed ham. Shoko cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. No, now strangles Ito after engaging in a fist fight. Well, I mean, it's friendly fisticuffs, but it didn't get so friendly, did it? Izuoi cries in despair, accomplishing nothing. Bennett grabs a backpack and retreats. Kanji kills Taka with a hatchet. Hifumi gathers as many weapons as possible in case a 1 was rolled today. It was actually double that, Hifumi. You're safe. Mondo stays at the cornucopia for resources. Mizuki is sick and tired of these reptiles. Grabs a hat, grabs a net, and she joins Avi's animal control, the AAC. And you love to see that. Ruka just doesn't show up. Mana runs away from the cornucopia. Mama accidentally steps on a landmine. Ryoma stays at the cornucopia for resources. Komaru runs away from the cornucopia. And Leonie stabs Sayaka while her back is turned. Dang, Sayaka getting stabbed in the back. Huh. That's my tag team ride or die. I need to stop. Day 1. Nekamaru and Natsumi ask Natsumi, do you think I'm some kind of clown? Natsumi shrugs, maybe. Mana and Kizakura make a list of chores for Monaco to complete. Bullying a Mishima? Not cool, Marie. Haiji panders to the audience. Neku falls into a frozen lake, but manages to swim out. He's got that psych. He knew what to do. Usami returns season 3. Claude drinks cactus juice and starts to hallucinate. Himiko eats dirt. Yum. Jin, Peko, and Sakura hold an intervention for Avi's pancake addiction. I'm not coming to... Well, you know what? I actually kind of trust all 3 of those. In fact, those are 3 of my favorite characters. Maybe I should have shown up to that one. If they think I got a problem, maybe I do. In fact, hold on. We probably shouldn't dilly and dally too much, but like, zoom in on me real quick. Jin, Peko, and Sakura think I have a problem? Maybe I truly and sincerely do. That's the first step to admitting it, isn't it? That you have a problem. Problem with pancakes? Is it an addiction? I always used to say it's not an addiction, it's a spoiler. But maybe it is a spoiler. Maybe it's a spoiler because it's true. Nah! Maya's unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, Dojima, Hisano, and Ryoma, Maki, and Frat. They all hunt for other tributes. Bullying a K? Not cool, Crazy Yoko Extra Large. Oda completely freaks out upon seeing a painting of dogs playing poker. Quark reminisces about season 4. Kan and Mizuki have a picnic on a cliff. That's real nice, the 2 girls. The cliff suddenly falls beneath them and kills them. Oh. Ryoko and Noelle are sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. Mayu's confused on why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Aren't we all? Lauren starts a cult. Kurumada, Kaito, Fatsugami, and Munakata happily join. That's a pretty impressive cult. Honestly. Pretty impressive. Seiko isn't surprised Mitsurai's made it this far. Aren't you? He's never won. Raiden does a super kick. A super sick kickflip, sick. Beat over hears. Kyutaro and Boss, talking in the distance. Kariya finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. Wouldn't expect him to wear a bow tie, but you know what? He'd probably work it. Akane panders to the audience. The end uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of a Buki, but the spell fails because there's nothing to suck out. Well, fair. Katoko's allergies are so bad she sneezes the arena back to April. Albedo wants Avi to give Donuts a chance. Kyoko and Togami pool their money to hire Kori, an assassin, to kill Shiki, but Shiki's richer than them and pays Kori to kill them instead. Oh my, Shiki's richer than Togami? Joe sets up an ice cream stand. Chihiro joins as Joe's faithful assistant. Mai starts a cult with Taichi, Nani Achiaki, Yui, and Mikan. Rantaro, oh gosh, there's so many people down there. Rantaro exclaims, "Not the Naegis!" for no reason in particular. Teru uses Spoil to suck the intelligence out of Yukiko, which shockingly works, leaving Yukiko literally dumbfounded. Chiaki, Komaru, and Juzo receive report cards evaluating their game. Their performance this game, Chiaki gets an A, Komaru gets a C, Juzo gets a big fat F. Angie, Marco, Sonia. Hold intervention for my pancake addiction. But because they're confused on what an intervention is, they just buy me pancakes, and you know what? Maybe I don't have a problem. Maybe it's just that nobody knows what an intervention is. The intervention means, hey, you know what would be cool? Giving AV pancakes. And you know what would be even cooler? Seeing 3 more entrants into that World Pancake Championship matchup. And those entrants, where did I put that list? This list should be, oh, it's right here. There's literally a mask on top of it. Gosh darn it. Wear your mask. You better do that. Angie, Marco, and Miss Sonia could have her very first title, but we see Vike. Oh, poor Gaius, as he's tracked down and killed by Vike, Naoto, Fischl, Dimitri, and Tengen. Juko panders to the audience. She is the, oh, I didn't put her championship sprite in tag team action. That's what I forgot to do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I forgot Kaede's pancake championship too, but that's fine. They'll get fixed. Tim Yuji works at Yoko's Items and Misfortunes. Of course he does. Of course he does, old cranky man. Of course, that's the type of employees that you get at Yoko's Items and Misfortunes. Of course it is. Which happens to be hiring. Chisa is horrified when Leon goes to interview for a job there. AV forces Hina to work at the arena supermarket AV's Wares and Despairs, and that's the exact type of, you know, fantastic employees that you have at AV's Wares and Despairs. You look a cute Hina out here. Very nice, very pleasant. Unlike Tim Yuji. I'm just saying, who would you like to get checked out by more at the shopping hours? Tim Yuji or Hina? I'm just saying. Hifumi and Yosuke thinks this is a good opportunity to score free food from her. Keiji receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Ganyu, the Great Gozu, and Nagisa track down and kill Makoto. There's a lot of tracking down going on this one. Azuru and Crazy Yoko trade talents. Oh, that's terrifying. Now is the best in the world! As Leonie plants flowers around her campsite, Mondo wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. Paimon wants Avi to give Waffles a chance. Stop. Sato, but is she also the best in the world? Bennett commits a crime and runs away giggling. Shinyan and Sucrose want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. And they're sudden swirl attacks everywhere. AV forces Genocide Jack, a member of the squad, so you know she's gotta work part-time there, to work at AV's Wares and Despairs. You know, when I said, you know, who would you rather get checked out by? Well, this one's a serial killer, so, you know, maybe I'm in the wrong on this one. Yuna and Crom thinks this is a pretty good opportunity to score free food from her too as well. That's not gonna work. Fuyiko camouflages himself in the bushes. Tsumugi gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Minimoto sets up an ice cream stand. Kazuichi joins as Minimoto's faithful assistant. Reiko tends to Iris's wounds. Tharja puts all of her face into Atua. Tiki also sneezes the arena back to April. But it's almost April. When you think about it, Kibo throws a discarded dumbbell into Monokuma's head. That bear is gone. Mashu sees a completely pale Toko washed ashore unmoving, revives her with CPR, but doesn't stop when Toko regains consciousness. Sarah, Yasuke, Izuyoi report cards this game. Sarah gets that A, Yasuke gets that C. Izuyoi, big fat F. Tinko plays chess with death and wins. Jotaro signs a petition to change American Yeet Ball to football. Aiko finds a Yeet Ball, and George reminds you, yes you, dear viewer, to stay hydrated. And I'm glad you reminded me because I am out of water, and during this next Clear Day Loon, I'm probably gonna go and get some. Dang, I'm fresh out of water, that's so sad. But we're almost done with this day, because look at that, there's proceed at the bottom, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate So? Well, that's really a tricky question, because he's a really complex character, isn't he? He really is a very complex character. Six. I'll give him a 6 on the hate scale. Usually I put it pretty low, but you know, sometimes some of the things So's done, I know it's in an effort to survive, but so that means he's something. He's something, isn't he? In these games, I don't hate him at all. He's been fun. He's been a pretty chaotic soul. He's a trip. Kanji pushes Daisaku off a cliff during a knife fight, and Nagito breaks out that cold weather wardrobe. We lost a grand total of 37 in a single day. And as we hit this Claire de Lune, I'm gonna get some water. Mukuro, Celeste, Hiro, Ningguang, Shuichi, Chie, Alice, Gundam, Ranger, Daddy, Karumi, Kazuha, Kanan, Kai, Kokichi, Razor, Kaie Day, Turnip Boy, Mew, Hajime, Gundam, Edelgard, Owain, Shoka, Ito, Taka, Ruruka, Mama, Sayaka, Kana, Mizuki, Kyoko, Togami, Gaius, Makoto, Monokuma, Daisaku. And so, peek at everybody else's statuses. We got so many people left that I'm not even gonna humor you. We got 113 people left. We got a show to get on the road. I'll do a slow scroll, but we're gonna just proceed with it. There's 113 people left. This is going to be a show of shows, a game of games. Are your picks still in? Capture the moment. The tag team champions all completely in. But there's so many teams that are still completely in because we only lost 37 and we have an astounding number of competitors this season. So, I do believe it's time that we just go on and we proceed. Let's do it. Because, start night 1. Shiki starts a dance party. Joe, Seiko, and Hifumi join in. A good time was had by all. Ibuki gets that despair disease, starts insulting everyone who passes her by relentlessly. AV, Lawrence gets a hold of my soundboard, struck down within the hour for copyrighted music. Junko and Maya start kicking Yukiko for unknown reasons. Sonya finishes her nighttime coffee before dismembering Junko and Maya. Sonya doesn't like bullies. There! Yuta and Noelle hold hands. Noelle's still Yosuke, isn't she? Oh gosh. Beat, stop being selfish. Reiko. Reminisces about Season 7, Izio throws at what they think is a Molotov at Paimon. Turns out the Molotov is a rag and it's not even on fire. Toko and Hisano have a pose off. Hisano wins. Who would've thunk? She still got it. Grey Gosu is about to die, but Sukra says that doesn't count. Now enters Kotoko's mind and it was a pleasant trip. Aiko, Claude, and Keiji enter a scrum debate with Yasuke, Tenko, and Marco. They argue about V3's ending. Mitrai bashes Cory's skull in with a mace. Rest in peace to Cory. Haiji asks Kurumada to help him go to sleep. Kurumada lifts Haiji up on his shoulders, drops Haiji's nut on his knee, and then he goes to sleep. Haiji's out cold. Fat Togami dyes his hair orange. That's, maybe not the best look for you, my guy. Nane Aichaki signs a petition to change American football to yeet ball. That's what we love to see. Crom challenges Usami to a dance-off. Usami absolutely dominates. Mondo goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out, so it was he who did it. He let the dogs out. Dimitri falls into a pit, and he dies. Tengen's about to die, but Tenryoji, oh gosh, says it doesn't count. Yosuke, Himiko the End, and Mahiru tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Mai and Taichi invite Vike, Komaru, Rantaro, Ganyu, Sarah, Masaru, Sakura, and Kibo to a super kick party. A super kick party. Mai and Taichi hit everyone with some sweet chin music. Some sweet chin music. Super kick after super kick, one after another all throughout the night, but everyone survives just with some sore jaws in the morning. Nagito challenges Quark to a dance-off. Quark absolutely dominates, so confesses his love for Mishima. Mishima's like, no. Kaito says a swear word. Peko covers Ryoko's ears. Where in the world is Bennett? Gyutaro, Marie, and Fuiko and Kazuichi play a friendly game of Uno in which Fuiko wins. Ryoma challenges Chiaki to an intense game of rock, paper, scissors, not Raiden, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors. Ryoma loses, has a sad feeling in his chest. Raiden, Shogun, and Tiki vow to protect each other. Kizakura finds the little bikini and puts it on. It's quite revealing this awakens something inside of Shinyan. I mean, you know what? Kizakura could probably rock whatever he's wearing. Munakata enters George's mind. It's a pleasant trip as well. Yui challenges Juzo to a dance-off. Juzo absolutely dominates. Crazy Yoko actually confesses her love for Chisa. Chisa's like, I love you too. As one of my students. It's a student appreciation. Iris is an international super spy. Albedo puts his trust in Genocide Jack. Allows himself to fall backwards. Jack does nothing and watches him fall down. How rude. Albedo's a tag team champion. He will remember that. I guess Jack is a former tag team champion. Kanji begs for Oda to kill him. He refuses keeping Kanji alive. Tharja dies trying to escape the inner rest in peace steward. Monica tells Mikan, this is great. It's just you, me, and this brick wall you built between us. Minimoto fins there's a fatal event for this. And it has never come up, I don't think. Minimoto fins Leon, Angie, and Crazy Yoko away from his fire. Karia starts a dance party. Nagisa, Natsumi, and Sato join in. Good time. Leone feels especially kind of night, gives Fred a muffin. Neku fends Official K and Maki away from his fire. Chihiro uses fireworks that he found to distract Mana and Hina and kills the both of them. Chihiro, could he be on a roll? Jotaro is visited by the ghost of Naoto, Dojima, and Akane during the night, who warn him of what's to come if he does not change his ways. Does that mean they're all dead? Goodness gracious. Nakamura rejects Yuri and substitutes his own, consequently ends up dead. Azuru and Teruteru, the rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment, and Jin kills boss. Samugi sees this and says, Jin, what the crackers? Will proceed to day 2. Lawrence commits Sora. Quark receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Kurumada is unable to convince the end not to kill him. It's hard to convince the end of anything. Monica. So, and Seiko corner Ryoko and are about to kill her when suddenly she pulls out a grappling hook and she gets out of there. Aiko poisons Azuru's drink. He mistakes it for her own and she dies. Aiko. Rest in peace to her. Sato and Nane Achiaki are sitting there. Sato's like, do you think I'm some sort of clown? And Nane Achiaki's like, oh, maybe. Masu is theorizing how best to counter my jinx is not going to happen. Mayu is tied down to a table and forced to listen to Beat's monologue about himself. Mayu dies of boredom. Ibuki dyes her hair gold. Well, her hair is all sorts of colors, so it would be like, what part of her hair is she dyeing gold? Because depending, it could work. I could see it. Kizakura throws a snowball at Fumi's head. Fumi swears revenge. He's like, next time you won't be so lucky. Samugi finds a bow tie and puts it on because, well, bow ties are cool. You kind of have a bow tie kind of going on there. Yui plays chess with death, wins. Tengen and Kanji kiss underneath the mistletoe. There's so much wrong there. Mainly this. Mainly that. What day is it? It's not even January anymore. It's February. Gosh darn it, Komaru. Claude changes his hair to gold. Komaru uses Christmas magic so that I can't be mad and changes the arena back to December. Noelle questions Jack's sanity. Shinyan has drip, but Nagito, man, that's the director of drip. Leon is the best there is. Leon is the best there was, and gosh darn it, Leon's the best he ever will be. Jizaro. Kazuichi. K. Report cards evaluating the performance. Jotaro gets an A. Kazuichi gets a C. K's getting a big fat F, but he's a former tag team champion, so is Jotaro. Kazuichi's looking for some love. Fuyuko kills Izio for his supplies. Maki receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Natsumi holds Taichi's head underwater, but Taichi grabs her arm, drags her into the lake with him. The both tributes are unable to kill one another and they're forced to swim away. It's unfortunate. Mondo tends to Yukiko's wounds. Angie tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds. Probably not tries to kill them. The one that was participating, it's already gone. Rantaro's not funny, he's never been funny, never will be funny. Rantaro can make some hee-hee-ha-has. Hisano decides to lend Avi a hand and kills the Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. I love to see that, Hisano, however. Mishima did not love to see that. And he kills you in a fit of rage. Mishima, we gotta talk. Kyutaro hands Vike and Mikon an invitation to his birthday party. They tear up the invitation before his eyes. That's from the Mets? And you tear up an invitation from the Mets? Togami berates Marie for hours. Marie thinks that she and Togami grew close that day. Keiji hangs up mistletoe in the arena and I'll begrudgingly smile because it's technically December. Ryoma gets drenched in honey. Sticky. Marco places a bomb next to the river to explode fish and the bomb accidentally detonates early, killing himself. Marco, we gotta talk. Kotoko, Yuta, Fat Togami, and Usami swim in a magic lake hidden deep beneath the arena whose mystical waters turn them into chibi forms of themselves. Magic doesn't always have to be useful, but it sure is cute. Raiden gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. She's probably violently confused. Sucro finds a violin and he begins to play it horribly, much to George's frustration. Ganyu does a rain dance, summoning a thunderstorm. A stray bolt of lightning strikes Crazy Yoko extra large down. Sonya panders to the audience. Oda, Paimon, Tenko talk about their hobbies. Minamimoto receives a first aid kit from you guys? I didn't know y'all loved Minamimoto like that. I know I do. That's my guy. Himiko lays on the ground, watching blood falling from Tiki being murdered by Joe paint the scenery crimson. Huh. Mitrai works for Avi's Wares and Despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting Yoko's items of misfortune, so he burns it down. Love to see that. Luckily, Crom, who works there, brought insurance last week. Unfortunately, Chihiro, Fischl, Mai, Tenmyoji, and Chiaki all got burned alive. Miterai considers this a win. Albedo receives... That's why you don't shop there. That's why you don't shop there. How often is AV's Wares and Despairs burnt down? More times than I'd like to admit, but good job, Miterai. We love to see that. Albedo receives a gift from a secret admirer, a box of chocolates. Yasuke catches the Despair Disease and starts posing dramatically. Juzo uses their special attack on Teru Teru with a Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness, and Destruction it did no damage. Leone is the best there is, was, or ever will be. Jin spins a day ticket on Jisa. Now, cannot handle the circumstances that commits a murder. Kibo's body was found in a lake. Sakura begs for Yosuke to kill her. He refuses, keeping Sakura alive. Reiko runs over the edge of a cliff while trying to escape from Crazy Yoko and plummets to her death. Great goes and constructs a shack. Haiji unknowingly eats toxic berries. He's out of this one. Neku wonders what events are canon to the Danganronpa Hunger Games lore. Bennett, Karia, Nagisa make homemade weapons. Iris and Toko work together to toss Fret's items into lava. Pekka places a bomb next to a river to explode some fish. Kaito chases Munakata around with a mace. And Shiki sets up an ice cream shack, but nobody comes. We lost 28. And I won't even be like, oh yeah, we did this and that, and this. Declare de Lune for it. Junko, Maya, Kori, Dimitri, Tharja, Mana, Hina, Naoto, Dojima, Akane, Nekamaru, Boss, Kurumada, Aiko, Mahiru, Izuyoi, Hisano, Marco, Crazy Yoko, Extra Large, Tiki, Chihiro, Fischl, Mai, Tenmyoji, Chiaki, Kibo, Reiko, Haiji. And yeah, we'll check everybody's statuses one more again. I'm only going to check the number because we lost another 28. That brings us to 85. We still have plenty of people to go. Plenty of people to go. I'll do a slow scroll because some of these teams are completely out. We see like Where's My Glove is out of here. The Wolfpack got out early. But most teams still have one person in. To Be Me would have been completely out if it was just them like last season, but Shiki's joined in, and now she's proving to be a powerful member of the team. But as we keep going, Mama and Daddy out real quick. Well-fed athletes have never caught their stride, but you know what? We'll see if they can get with this. They might not be able to do it this season, but I believe in them. Carry On also has not been able to carry on a stride. Maybe they'll get it together sometime this season, or maybe not. And a lot of our new teams are doing particularly well. Not one of my favorite new teams, unfortunately. They did not have a good time this time. My rider dies. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Hey, let's scroll down. Accessorized, Sour Patch Kids completely out. A lot of the trios completely out, surprisingly enough. However, we still got 85. We gotta go like now. We need an arena event. We need the feast. We gotta clear some of these people out. Don't you agree? Well, we can start by doing it as Kyutaro. Finally, one of these events. Kyutaro burns down AV's Wares and Despairs. Kyutaro swears it was an accident, but Himiko says that she saw Kyutaro burn it down deliberately. Because AV believes Himiko more than Kyutaro, I'm ejecting Kyutaro from the game. Kyutaro, you know how much I love the Mets, but I love AV's Wares and Despairs just a hair more than the Mets. And I will not stand for this. You're out of here! Samugi finds a secret stash of pancakes that AV hypothetically hinted at. Good job, Samugi. Iris, Pekka, and Yui spend the night making a treehouse together. The end product isn't very good, but the important thing is that they worked on it together, right? Nane Achiaki unknowingly eats toxic berries. Sato panics and tries to cure her, but failed. That's also one that doesn't proc too often. Genocide Jack relaxes by her fireplace. Izuru, Miterai, and Ryoko look for more people to become friends with him. Fumi acts cute. That's cute. After losing repeatedly to Taichi in chess, Albedo tosses the Taichi into the campfire. I always love this event. Kaito reminisces about Season 7. The Great Gozu works for both AV's Wares and Despairs, and Yoko's Items and Misfortunes because he is in extreme debt. Toko never wants to hear Megalovania ever again. One of these days, Sayaka's gonna get this event and I'm just gonna play Megalovania. And it's going to be, I'm going to play Megalovania in the most AV way I know I can. It's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Yosuke catches Kei off guard and kills him, rest in peace to Kei. So, stands outside of Korea's camp with a candy pail. Korea actually gives So a king-size candy bar. I guess he has plenty of candy, he's one of the sugar daddies. You know what? Crom has no weaknesses. Monica stands over the dead body of Lawrence that she just shot and says, yeah, I have nothing to do with this. Monica? Okay, I believe you. Sure, I believe it. Rantaro accuses Avi of not being the real Avi. Mondo accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Classic Mondo bad luck. Chisa puts her trust in Jotaro, allows herself to fall backwards. Jotaro somehow catches her and Chisa says, I trust you with my life. Shinyan sings a romantic song to Yuta. The two lean in for a tender kiss when Shinyan notices Jin filming them, which makes Shinyan kill Jin in a rage. I think that's their team completely out, Jin in the cat owner's paradise. Paimon says to Sonia and Sakura, I have to go now, my planet needs me, and then flies away. Paimon died on the way back to her home planet. Sucrose fears Yuta, in fact she fears all of the Asahinas. Juzo finds an etch-a-sketch with you. Somehow, yeah, well actually he didn't make anything. While he's distracted, Fuiko sneaks up behind him and kills him. Another super kick party, featuring Yukiko and Fatogami kicking Nagisa, Masaru, Kazuichi, Quark, Oda, Keiji, Munakata, and Shika right in the chin over and over again. However, we got a little something right there, don't we? Because Mishima, Natsumi, Ibuki. Oh wait, hold on a second. What am I doing? I need to play I didn't actually click the button. This is the wrong music. This isn't a majority vote. It's this one. Mishima, Natsumi, Ibuki, Beat, Right, Joe, Mika, Noel, Claude, Fret, and Kotoko are forced to vote on which of them is a traitor and then have that traitor be executed. Noel was voted as a traitor and is turned to dust. Well, if Noel's a traitor, I'm a traitor too. Let's be completely honest. That's not a prediction. That's just a fact of life. Kanji's ultimate move is fully charged. Crazy Oko, Komaru, and Tenko tell each other their pet peeves. Vike's reflection in the mirror distorts to show him his true self as he pleads with what he sees. Marie puts on a suave top hat. How fancy. She has a nice hat. Teru hits Maki with some sweet chin music. He was like, I wasn't invited to that party, but I'm still gonna hit myself some sweet chin music. Usami, her reflection also shows her true self. As she pleases with what she sees, Sarah spends time setting traps to keep Yasuke and Bennett out of her camp. Now throws a knife in a Tengen's chest throughout the entire night. Minamimoto tells Ryomo a bunch of useless fun facts, probably all about math. Seiko threatens Ganyu in fluent Japanese. Neku poisons the end's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. There's been a lot of mistaken drinks. George and Kizuka are about to protect each other. Nagito, Leon, Angie, and Leone play a friendly game of Uno, which Angie wins. It's been a long time since we've seen the game of Uno to the death. However, we'll proceed. We got day 3, and Sakura is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, and I will say, oh, Chrome! Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your world famous tag team champs and feel the power! Because they captured the moment. But will they capture another moment today? I don't know. We still got plenty of people to go and plenty of time to be had this episode. As Genocide Jack steps on a Lego brick while barefoot but just shrugs off the pain, Jotaro goes nya nya to no Izuru. Sato, Usami, and Kotoko make homemade weapons. Avi, the ultimate jinx, comments on how well Nagisa's doing. Minamimoto watches as Nagisa accepts his fate and just walks right off of a cliff. But like, you were doing okay, Nagisa. Fuiko goes nya nya to annoy Mitarai. Ibuki exclaims not the Naegis for no reason in particular. Masaru goes nya nya to annoy Sonia. Has that happened 3 times? Oh my gosh. Jotaro, Fuyuhiko, Masaru all going nya nya. Ryoko sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. It started with an alien device that what he did, stuck himself upon his wrist with secrets that had hidden. Now he's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid, he's Kaito 10. As Toko teaches Shinyan some fighting moves, little does Shinyan know that Toko's teaching her wrong, as a joke. Frat, his phone rings, there's no caller ID. When he picks it up, it's just Keiji on the other line insulting him. Bennett shoots an arrow into Teru's head, rest in peace to him. Nagito and Seiko grievously injure each other during a vicious fight. In order to survive, they have to nurse each other back to health. Marie shows Rantaro her murder list, At the top of it, Rantaro's name. It's in bold too. Beat uses their super attack on Monica, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destructions. It didn't do a single thing to her. She's too strong. You needed Knuckles for that. Kizakura signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football. We're gonna fight Kizakura. Shiki starts a cult. Sumugi, Munakata, Natsumi, and Albedo happily join now, and Claude play cards. Claude loses all of his life points and is killed for it. Now it's kind of having a day. Leon beats Karia with a steel chair. Himiko and Vike are both run over by Yuta's snowplow. Y'all better fear the Asahinas. The Great Gozu decides to lend Avi a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. That's my guy. And he's great. Thank you, Gozu. Oda collects fruit from a tree. Chisa throws a pebble in anger in a tray in a strange series of events that causes a small landslide that kills the Raiden Shogun. Yui and Sarah. Hifumi gets smashed in the head by a crowbar by Yasuke. Joe attacks the inn, but Yukiko protects him, killing Joe. Fatsugami makes a Danganronpa rewrite where Ganyu's the protagonist. That would be an interesting one, I'll be completely fair. Suguro wakes up from a long nap. Angie, Mishima, Ryoma, Komaru join the Chadcepticeye cult. Kanji receives pancakes from me, Avi. George practices archery. So has Drip, but Tinko's the director of Drip, is she? I always thought the flower thing was kinda weird, I'll be completely honest. Mikon eats some cheese puffs, Cork sleeps the entire day from everyone else. Yosuke catches the spread as he starts posing dramatically. Kazuichi catches Leonie off guard and kills her, rest in peace to her. Crazy Oko makes a poem for Iris, how sweet! At the start of Valentine's Day season, we're starting to see a little bit of love in the arena. Peko throws a snowball at Maki's head. Maki swears revenge. I would love to see these two go at it toe-to-toe in a bare-knuckled brawl, but we'll proceed because we lost another 23. But boy, we still have a ton to lose, as it's a Clear Day Loom 4. Kyutaro, Nane Achiaki, Taichi, Kei, Lawrence, Mondo, Jin, Paimon, Juzo, Noel, Tengen, Neku, Nagisa, Teru, Claude, Himiko, Vike, Raiden, Yui, Sarah, Hifumi, Joe, and Leonie. And we'll check everybody's statuses. One more good Gin. As we look at the alive competitors, we still have 62 remaining. That's still so large, but we have not had an arena event, we have not had the feast. Those things change things. Those things drop us like half of the competition. Masaru from Headphone Vibing, Rock On still has 2, Hornberry still with 2, Selfless Saviors with 2, Hashtag Spoil with 2, Brute Force with 2, Corrupted Code just with So, Shorty Sleepover with just Crazy Yoko, Unlucky Adventure Team being kinda lucky, while Managers still out here, Jailbirds still Ryoma, Robotic Club just lost Kibo, Capture the Moment your champions are all in. Surprise. Cutting Words completely in. To Be Me still has Shiki, Usami for a fairy's guide to everything magical, Kirigiri, Protection Agency, Kizakura. Do You Remember with Ryoko and Fret, Watching the World Burn with the End, Sinister Side with Chisa, Parsnip, Genocide Jack, Heart Healthy Diet still has Fat Togami, Seeking Justice just has George remaining, the Apothecary completely in, Identity Crisis with Marie, Friendly Fisticuffs, the Great Gozu, Shatter Machine still has Leon and Jotaro, former champions, God Mode completely in, United Yui Fall completely in, Mitarai, goodness gracious! Okay. Unhealthy Obsession still has Mikon, Pinky in the Brain still has Pinky, Manga Mayhem with Komaru and Samugi, Beauty Sleep with Ganyu, Karia for the Sugar Daddies, Hired Hand completely in, maybe he hired the right person, Royal Shepherds, Sonya and Crom, Unhinged Commanders, Munakata, Final Gambit with Yosuke as their final gambit, Himbros, Kanji, Beat, Mathletes completely in, Anthropology still has Iris, and me, I still gotta proceed because we still got a show on the roll. 62 remain. Let's get it on. With AV, the Ultimate Jinx, commenting how well Genocide Jack is doing, Mikon walks up to Jack and stabs her. Thought she was gonna say, that's rough buddy, nope, that's murder. Monica gets distracted. Leon asks Peko to help him go to sleep. Peko lifts him up, hits him with that GTS. That man's is out cold. Ryoma, Ibuki, Bennett enter a scrum debate with Kazuichi. Great Gozu and Seiko. They argue about V3's ending. Now throws Shinyon off of a cliff and smiles when she makes contact with the ground. Now says, oh, you're an agent of chaos? Well, I'm the champion. And yeets her. Now is for some reason, she started this season saying, I am at my zenith, and I'm not coming down. Komaru and Fred cuddle together for the night. As soon as Komaru falls asleep, Fred stabs her. Sonia finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows Usami the portrait that she made for her. Usami, that loving teacher, loves it, and she kisses Sonia right on the forehead. Albedo discovers the mastermind is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. I wonder who the mastermind is. It's not me, actually. It's not me. Thursday is innocent. Azuru is plagued by a recurring nightmare. Oda gets a hold of my soundboard and he plays something absolutely glorious. Oh yes, he does. But will this be a glorious day for Oda? I don't know. We gotta proceed. We still got plenty of time to go. Kaito watches a new mischief of rats runs by. Kaito runs off before they get any ideas. Mishima prays to it that he makes out of here, with minimal bloodshed of course. Tsumugi chases Jotaro, Nagito, and Yosuke trying to enforce a curfew. Chisa has a dream in which Minamimoto is plotting to kill her. Toko tells Angie to parry this, you filthy casual. Unfortunately, Toko didn't know Angie was already dead and wasted ammo. I didn't know she already did. I had no idea either, Toko, my bad. Sato finds a big red button and presses it immediately as she were drawn to the glowing light. Fortunately, the button doesn't do a thing. Ganyu lets Maki into her shelter. Tinko attacks Beat, but Ryoko protects him, killing Tinko. Fuiko shoots a poisonous dart into Keiji's neck, slowly killing him. Iris acts cute, that's adorable. Kanji dyes his hair orange. Couldn't imagine him as a redhead, couldn't imagine it. Sucrose rigs Rantaro's shelter with explosives but accidentally trips over the detonator, blowing herself and the shelter to smithereens. Munakata and Yasuke get into on balcony and watch the stars together. You thought it was Natsumi, but it was me, Dio. Batogami receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. The end has a dream in which Sakura is plotting to kill him. That's a pretty scary dream. Kotoko sings a romantic song to Marie. When the two lean in for a tender kiss, Kotoko notices Yuta filming them, which makes Kotoko angry, furious, kills Yuta in a fit of rage. Masaru and Yukio talk about the tribute still alive. Crazy Yoko and Shiki have a pose off. Shiki actually wins. Mitarai goes to the dog shelter and lets all of the dogs out. Quark reminisces about the year of the aviator, the first one. The first year with the sign. Karya relaxes by his fireplace. Prom steals So's first kiss. George has a fever dream while he's sleeping. He wakes up to Kyoko standing over him. And the ghostly howls of wolves wakes up Kizakura. We still have a day to get through. And Ibuki wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. You should ask him. Rantaro, Azuru, and Seiko corner Munakata and are about to kill him, but he pulls out that grappling hook. He gets over it. He escapes. Overcome with madness, Fuiko chains Jotaro to a tree and makes him watch as he drowns So. Overcome with madness? That sounds about right in that scenario. Karya throws sand into the eyes of Sakura, causing her to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. She can't see. Kaito receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Me and Shiki, we go way back. Crom attempts to strangle Ganyu, but awkwardly ends up massaging her shoulder, so she's a strong one. Minimoto is trapped in a box with a small device that can release a deadly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. Ryoma sprains his ankle while running away from Yasuke, now confesses her love to Ryoko. Ryoko replies and says, cool, see ya homie. And she just jets out of here. Beat throws a knife into Natsumi's chest. Marie chases Oda around with a mace. Yukio strangles Leon with a rope. Rest in peace to him. Tsumugi and Sato build a shelter together. Both of them have conflicting ideas on interior design. You know, I kind of buy that. I kind of believe that. Mishima isn't crying, he's sweating from his eyes. Kanji plants flowers around the Great Gozu's grave. The Great Gozu screams from behind him, hello? I'm still alive? Kanji simply says, for now. Nagito seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Iris starts to go a little bit crazy. Toko pushes ahead from an unknown sponsor. Sonia, Kizakura, and Quark make homemade weapons. Peko throws Crazy Yoko at Usami. And they have a little moment together because they are former tag team champions. Fred goes hunting. Maki steals a tray of Kotoko's freshly baked cookies. How could you? The end sees George holding a meeting with Batsugami, Masaru, and Bennett. Mitarai dies trying to escape the arena. Mitarai, you were on such a roll today. Why did you try to escape? In an effort to survive, Mikon tries to strangle Yosuke with toilet paper. Yosuke tears through it and breaks Mikon's neck in retaliation. That's the danger of doing this when you're not in a simulation. Monica catches the despair disease and starts posing dramatically. Kazuichi's still alive, and Chisa decides to lend me a hand and kills a Komodo dragon that's loose in the arena. We lost how many? 14. Only 14. But we're kind of getting there. We're getting close. After this Claire de Lune, 4. Jack, Shinyan, Komaru, Albedo, Angie, Tinko, Keiji, Sucrose, Yuta, So, Natsumi, Leon, Mitarai, Mikon. And as we see everybody's statuses, we've broken the 40 mark. We are at, what, 48. Twice the standard size game. Or twice the size of a standard size game. But we still got a ways to go. In fact, it's so much of a ways to go. We'll just proceed and I will scroll down and we will look at everyone who's left. That way. This way we'll see everybody who's left. Capture the moment, we're completely in, but now they're just down to now. Just down to now. If that had hit, it would be all up to now again. Would she be able to do it? I'm not even sure. Not even sure. But we still have plenty of people to go. Mathletes still completely in. Who would have thunk? Maybe Minamimoto is like a really good team captain. Maybe he'll lead this team to victory in the tag team championships too. I don't know. But I don't know why I stopped that music. We definitely have to proceed. We got 48 left. And let's see how that goes. Maki does a quick prayer to Atua before going to sleep. Peko questions her sanity. Shiki, Masaru, Bennett, and Crazy Yoko tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Kanyu commits tax evasion. How could you? Court. Seiko and Tonya enter a scrum debate with Yukiko, Nagito, and Tsumugi. They argue about who the best girl in Danganronpa is. Kazuichi tried to set a trap, unfortunately ends up trapping himself. Satu's unknown sponsor is Avi. Do I sense some bias here? Of course, I love my horn bearers. Ryoko and Kaito take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Minamimoto says to Usami and Fuyuhiko, I have to go now, my planet needs me. Then flies away. Minamimoto died on the way back to his planet. I was just commenting on how well he was doing. But Rantaro attacks Beat. Yasuke protects Beat, killing Rantaro. Goodness gracious, Oda has a dream in which, oh, that's a lot of people. It's a super kick party. Everyone's okay. Is this a premonition or something of Karia winning? It could be. Monica tells Iris, this is great, it's just you, me, and this brick wall that you built between us. Monica was in that other event, right? Wasn't she in this event before? Chisa and Kotoko settle a dispute over an intense game of rock, paper, scissors, but who wins? We'll never know. The Great Gozu and Ibuki start kicking everybody in the face. Fat Togami, Azuru, the end. Krom, Kizakura, Kanji, Yosuke, and Jotaro are all slack-jawed after what just happened. Frat puts on a magic show. George pushes Mishima into a tank of piranhas during the show. Oh no! Now sings a romantic song to Sakura when the two lean in for a tender kiss. Now notices Munakata's filming them. Now kills Munakata in a rage. That one has come up super often this time too. Marie, Toko, Ryoma work together to build a shelter that Toko secretly rigs with explosives. When Marie and Ryoma go to sleep, she sneaks out and detonates the bomb. We'll proceed and we have day 5. Shiki, the Great Gozu, and Sakura do the torture dance whilst torturing Sato. Poor Sato. Jotaro is killed by a disgruntled snowman for eating his carrot. Well, I mean, it's still snowing in the arena, I'll tell you what. The snow will last until the end of February, but let me tell you, or until maybe even spring. Now, investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Sonia asks for Masaru's axolotl. Masaru just has one, just pulls out a bucket, axolotl in a bucket. He's like, there's mine, this is real cute, isn't it? Yeah, they are pretty cute. Cork plants flowers around his campsite. It's cold, my guy. Karia immediately wakes up and he has pancakes, and you know what? I'm glad I do have the honor of doing this one. Karia, you are my guy. Get yourself that World Pancake Championship Invitational. You get in there, you win it. Oda punches Nagito off of a cliff screaming, Punch Club! Forever! Fatogami works for both Avi's wares and despairs and Yoko's items of misfortunes because he is in extreme debt. Well, you know, Ultimate Imposter takes a lot of money to keep up that gig. Kanji tells Yosuke that he's not a clown but the entire circus. Maki steals a tray of Kazuichi's freshly baked cookies. The Inn exclaims, no, not the Naegis, for no reason in particular. Seiko confesses how much she has come to hate Yukiko. Yukiko's like the feelings mutual. Peko has planted flowers around George's grave. George screams, hello, I'm still alive. Peko simply says, not for long. Just for now, just for now. Fuyuko's got that cold weather wardrobe. Yasuke and Fred kiss underneath the mistletoe. Monica overpowers Crazy Yoko, killing her. Izuru, Krom, and Ibuki hunt for other tributes. Kizakura is the best in the world. Usami hands Ryoko and Toko invitation to her birthday party. They both tear it up before her eyes. Bennett beats Tsumugi with a steel chair. Chisa receives pancakes from Avi. Kaito shows Beat his murder list. At the top is Beat's name. It's in bold too. Ganyu is not funny, has never been funny, and she never will be funny. Kotoko and Iris grievously injure each other during a vicious fight, but they both survive because they nurse each other back to health. Because they have to. Otherwise they both would have perished, but we lost just 9. Just 9 more, but that does bring us down to the 30s. We are slowly dwindling. It is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Minami Moto, Rantaro, Mishima, Munakata, Marie, Ryoma, Jotaro, Nagito, Crazy Hyoko. And we'll see everybody's statuses. That brings us down to 39. And they are Masaru Ibuki, Sato, Oda, Sakura, Bennett, Yukiko, both Kazuichi and Monica, now, both Toko and Peko, Shiki, Usami, Kizakura, both Ryoko and Frat, The End, Chisa, Fat Togami, George, Seiko, The Great Gozu, Izuru, Kaito, Samugi, Kotoko, Ganyu, Karia, both Fuyiko and Maki, both Sonya and Chrom, Yosuke, both Kanji and Beat, both Yasuke and Cork, and Iris. And that's 39, but we gotta keep going. I can't dilly and dally for a moment. We have to keep going. Shall we? Let's do it. Let's do it right here, right now. And as we go on, Night Fight begins, with Beat loading his shotgun, with the physical form of murderous intent. Sato sets up camp for the night. Bennett finds a big red button. It does something. He decides to press it, but accidentally trips. He decides not to press it, but accidentally trips and activates the button. If that ain't a Bennett thing to do, right? If that isn't a Bennett thing to do. George, Ryoko, and Kanji suddenly drop dead for no discernible reason. Azuru, his reflection in the mirror, distorts to show him his true self as he pleads with what he sees. Sonya retrieves Yakiniku from an unknown sponsor. Monica finds a stereo, presses play, plays some sick beats. Yasuke dyes his hair blue. Chrom and Peko hold hands. Yukiko tends to the Great Gozu's wounds. Fat Togami, Kotoko, and Ibuki look for more people to become friends with. Ganyu's got every single version of Uno from AB's Wares and Despairs, even the ones that are only sold at AB's Wares and Despairs, not sold at Yoko's, because we're better than Yoko's Items and Misfortunes, just saying. Kazuichi commits tax evasion. Yosuke and Iris vow to protect each other. The End tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind, but falls asleep. Samugi and Shiki discuss if that big stone is a boulder or a rock. Oda lets Maki into a shelter that's dangerous. She's a hired hand. Seiko, Now, and Fret enter a scrum debate with Sakura, Masaru, and Kaito. They argue over which jelly is the best for a PB&J. It's strawberry, don't at me. Usami has no more motivation. Karia buys every single version as well from AB's Wares and Despairs. Love to see that. Fuyiko misses his planned meeting with Cork and now has a sad feeling in his chest. Chisa receives a hatch from another sponsor, and Toko has a dream in which Kizakura is winning. Is this a premonition or something? We didn't lose many people at all. I think we just lost the 3 in that one event. So as we proceed, we see Day 6, we're losing some more. Fret bashes Kizakura's head in with a mace. Beat smacks the taste out of Yukiko's mouth. Oda, Usami, and the End hold an intervention for AV's pancake addiction. He promptly executes them for trying to take his pancakes. That must have been a different AV. It wasn't me. I didn't do that. I didn't. It wasn't me. It was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. It totally was. That man's crazy. I'll tell you what. He loves pancakes more than anybody. Chrom starts writing a novel. Will they ever finish it? Ganyu, Sato, Monica, Karia, and Kaito hunt for other tributes. Masaru also smacks the taste out of Yosuke's mouth. Maki breaks out her cold weather wardrobe. Cork uses a cactus to kill Shiki. Rest in peace to her. Fuyiko goes nya to annoy Kazuichi. Samugi receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Okay. Oh my! Azuru wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Yasuke sits down next to Azuru and has a talk with him. Bennett has seen a lot of murders in his day, and all 6 of them were today because he saw Toko kill Seiko, Ibuki, Chisa, Sakura, Iris, and Peko. Oh. Bennett has been at the forefront of seeing a lot of people go down. Sonya and Togami are sitting in a tree, KSSING. The Great Gozu spends a day ticket on Now, and Kotoko eats some snow. We lost more than 3. 14. Now we're really dwindling as we hit a Claire de Lune 4. George, Ryoko, Kanji, Kizakura, Oda, Usami, The End, Shiki, Seiko, Ibuki, Chisa, Sakura, Iris, Peko. And I believe that brings us to just 25. It has been a long time coming, and indeed we are at 25. Masaru, Sato. To anyone who has made it this far, congratulations. Congratulations to anybody who is still around, including Bennett, Yukiko, Kazuichi, and Monica from the Robotics Club, Peko, no, not Peko, Toko, and now, Fat Togami, the Great Gozu, Izuru, Kaito, Kotoko, Tsumugi, Ganyu, Karia, Fuyiko, Maki, Sonya, Chrom, Yosuke, Beat, Yasuke, and Quark. A couple teams still in, with more than one person, but for the most part, everyone's rocking solo. How long will that last? How long will this last? No arena event, no feast. Feels like the feast is coming. I don't know about arena event. We might have this large game with no arena event. We're almost at day 7. That's when things usually kind of dip and almost end, but we're gonna see if it happens this time as we proceed. 15 more into your save and grace picks. Will we get there? I don't know. If we get an arena event, we'll probably get there. But otherwise, it's night 6 as Monsters are trying to treat his infection. Kaito defeats Kazuichi in a fight but spares his life. Kotoko introduces Fuyiko to her long-lost twin Kotoka. Imagine if Kotoko gets that event. She'd look crazy. Ganyu bashes Yukiko's head against a rock several times. Toko is just Sato's split personality given form. Quark has a dream in which Chrom is plotting to kill him. Izuru is accusing me of not being the real me? No, of course. Me not being the real me? Please. Crazy. Fret prepares Seaside Homicide. It works and kills Beat. Rest in peace. His team is out. Tsumugi cooks her food before putting out her fire. Kotoko does a quick prayer to Atua before going to sleep for the night. Monica has no more motivation. Yasuke works for both Yoko's and Avi's because he's in extreme debt, and I mentioned it earlier. And here it is. Maki, the Great Gozu, Yosuke, and Sonya play a friendly game of Uno to the death, in which the Great Gozu wins. Now, Karia and Bennett make a treehouse. It's not very good, but they work together on it, and that's the important thing. Fat Togami reminisces about the year of the aviator, and we proceed now to day 7. Ganyu, Monica, and Chrom hold an intervention for my pancake edition. I didn't even show up. I don't trust these folk. Maybe I trust Chrom, maybe I trust Ganyu, but Monica's in there? Something's up. Izuru and Fuyiko look for more people to become friends with. Fat Togami pops a balloon just because he can. He's subsequently hunted down and murdered by the Balloon Protection Squad. You know what? You know what? No. I'm better than that. I'm better than balloons. Kazuichi is an employee, as an Avi's Wares and Despair's employee, rather. Prepares for the inevitable shopping raid. Yasuke comes before Kotoko in this event, and I hate it. Toko eats dirt, yum. Fred is working on an ad that will appear in the next Danganronpa Hunger Games episode. Bennett and Sato have a picnic on a cliff. Nothing goes wrong, surprisingly. Tsumugi pushes now off of a cliff during a wizard fight, and just like that, all of the champions are out. If this were a match, it would be a new champ alert. Masho is working on an ad that will appear as well. Maybe they're working together, Fred and Masaru. Kaito cleans his kitchen with a new kitchen gun. Kari impales Quark with a machete, and the Grey Gozu signs a petition to change American Yeetball to football. I don't like that, the Grey Gozu. However, we are down. Really not that many this time. We lost like 8. Yeah, we lost 8. But that brings us down closer and closer to our grand finale, as we declare Loon 4. Yukiko, Beat, Maki, Yosuke, Sonya, Fat Togami, now, Quark. And that leaves us with 17, right? We were just at 25? Yeah, we were at 25. We have 17 left. And you know who they are. I'm not even gonna say it. You know what? We'll proceed. Gosh, it's taking everything in me not to just say all these names again, but you know who's left. You'll see who's left, and you'll see who perishes. Almost I don't think anyone has a teammate anymore except for Kazuichi and Monica, right? Yeah, they're the only ones who are still working together. We'll see if that lasts. As we proceed, we see Night 7. Karia has a dream in which Fred is plotting to kill him. Fuyiko receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor. Yasuke eats a turducken, but it's too much for him and he dies from the stomach pains. The Grey Gozu attacks Bennett, but Chrom protects him, killing the Grey Gozu, rest in peace. Masaru walks into a very strange machine. turns it on. His molecules get all rearranged. He gets ghost powers. Kaito rests in a fruit tree. Toko violently shakes the tree to retrieve some fruit, but it also causes Kaito to fall to his death. He was so close. He was so close. Azuru is bitten by a black mamba, but Kotoko has some anti-venom and is able to save Azuru's life. Kazuichi, Ganyu, Monika, and Sato all find a big red button. They watch in horror as Kazuichi presses that button, and let me tell you, they would have all died. If that were the death button, but instead that's the horn button, I do believe it's time for them to sound the horns. But more importantly, Tsumugi tries to treat her infection. We only lost the 2? Maybe even the 1? Yeah, the 2. We lost the 3. We got still more to go. We only got 15 left, and lo and behold, it is the feast, and the cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's family. Tsumugi convinces Masaru not to kill her, only to kill him instead. Rest in peace to our headphone vibing guy. Monika and Kari get into a fight over Rami. Kari just gives up and runs away. He's like, that chick's crazy. Kazuichi decides not to go, and neither does Fuyiko. Azuru's like, I'm not going either, as Fret kills Crom as he tries to run. Bennett decides not to attend the feast. Sato spears Kotoko in the abdomen, and Ganyu kills Toko with a sickle. We are dwindling, and we still have day 8 to get through. And day 8 definitely brings us down to our top 10 as Ganyu throws a coffee cup at Fuyiko, Godot style. The scalding hot liquid kills Fuyiko. Tsumugi finds a violin and begins to play it horribly, much to Sato's frustration. Kariya sees Kazuichi holding a meeting with Fret, Monika, and Azuru, and Bennett dies of dysentery. We are down to just 8? Did we lose 9? We are down to just 8. And after this Claire de Lune 4, Yasuke, the Great Gozu, Kaito, Masaru, Crom, Kotoko, Toko, Fuyiko, Bennett. I think you know what it's time for. I'm not even gonna be like, oh, you know what, it's time to make some special picks. I'm gonna say, you know, it's time for your saving race picks. We are down to our final 8. The fated 8. Sato for the Hornbearers. They have seen glory time and time again. They are the only teams to ever successfully retain the tag team titles. They are the only agents of chaos to cash in chaos and win the titles. And now they want to be 2-time champs. To do that, in what would probably be their swan song of a season, they would have to win and go on to that finale. We still see Robotics Club 2 members, Kazuichi and Monika. Are they starting to get their stride? They won a pretty big game last season. Can they win the biggest game of this season? I'm not sure. Kazuichi, Monika, Fret. Do you remember? I know Fret remembers his big win during preseason. Is he holding on to that momentum? I don't know. Maybe he's really feeling this whole now we're a legal team thing as we keep on keeping on. We also see Izuru. God mode for a pair like those two has been quiet last season in their first season. Too quiet. And now Azuru and Yuta is like he perished, and Azuru is like, you know what? I need to prove that I am a valuable asset to this team. Can he do it? I don't know. Tsumugi, the Moogster, is still around for Manga Mayhem. Can she come out on top? Can she win this one? I don't know. Beauty Sleep still has Ganyu. She's got 5 KOs to her name. Can she pull through for Shiaki? And I think lastly, yeah, that's the last one. Kariya for the Sugar Daddies in their first appearance together, and in Gaius's and Kariya's first legal appearance in singles action, or in rather tag team action. Can they work this out? Can they win this one? I don't know. That's your final 8. Make sure you pick first, second, and third in the comments. I'm gonna pick my picks, and I think Robotics Club is gonna finish this one in first and second. Got Kazuichi for first and Monika for second, and then give me Fret for third. Solely because I think he's gonna remember how it is to win, what it means to win. But most importantly, it's your final 8, and they are Sato, Kazuichi, Monika, Fret, Azuru, Samugi, Ganyu, and Karia, all in this arena. Maybe not staring each other in the eye, but they can feel their hearts beat as one. Beat quickly, beat at the same pace as that of a samurai woman. Let's do it. Let's proceed. The final 8. We're closing this one out. And we start with Sato being unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Ganyu gets a hold of my soundboard. Unfortunately, before she can use it, Ganyu, look. I know you're new around here and most people get away with this, but I gotta set an example. I hate to be the one that sets an example right here on you, but like, you gotta get out of here. I can't have people keep stealing the soundboard, especially now when Samurai Woman's playing. That's a crime in itself. You know how often we skip that thing. Kazuichi is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Monika and Azuru get lost in the coldest part of the arena. Karia shoots a poisonous dart into Fret's neck, slowly killing him, and Samugi hums quietly, we lost 2, but we still have a day to get through, and it starts with Kazuichi using his special attack on Monika, the Mega Destruction Ball of Destruction, of Darkness and Destruction, and Knuckles. There's nothing left of Monika. Sato uses the spell to suck the intelligence out of Azuru, which fails because there's nothing to suck out, and Samugi spears Karia in the abdomen, which leaves us with just 4, Kazuichi, Sato, a dumbfounded Azuru, and Samugi, as we hit a Claire de Lune for our, a terrible turnabout for our Fallen 4. Ganyu, Fret, Monika, Karia. And with Monika getting eliminated by the Ultimate Pimp, we are down to a Fatal 4-Way, a 1v1v1v1, former tag team champions in the Hornbearers, Sato, the Robotics Club, in what will be their swan song of a season. Unless they walk out the season with the titles. I mean, that's how that goes. Azuru for God Mode. A team that was quiet last season, and our last remaining new team this season, Manga Mayhem, Samugi. But between Azuru, Samugi, Kazuichi, and Sato, it's the final 4. And in the final 4, we like to call that and in this episode, a big time crisis of fate. Let's go ahead, because this has been close to 90 minutes in the making of this game of so many. Let's proceed, and we will see. Night 9 begins with Samugi poisoning Azuru's drink. He drinks it and dies. It is now just down to Samugi. Where in the world is Sato? And not Kazuichi, because Kazuichi finds a big red button, presses it immediately. Unfortunately, the button was a bomb, and pressing the button activated it. We are down to just 2. And now, a question that I thought I would never ask you. Between Samugi and Sato, just who will it be? Manga Mayhem? The Hornbearers. Manga Mayhem, a suggested team this season, featuring Komaru, Hifumi, and the last surviving member, Samugi. Can she pull through for her team in their very first appearance working together? Or will it be Sato, a woman who knows what it means to get into those big matches and to win those big matches? Sato. For Rantaro, they were former Agents of Chaos. They were former champions, and they are the only team to ever cash in Chaos and win. Retain the titles. They've done everything they can with the tag team titles except win them a second time. Could they be on their way to do that today? Or could a fresh face of teams in Manga Mayhem steal that glory for them? Or will it be Sato? Or will it be Samugi? Sato, Samugi, Samugi, Sato. I don't know who it's gonna be. But I can tell you, we're gonna find out as I click proceed, and we will see that it is the new team because Sato, I don't know why everyone's like ending this saying, hey, you should give, I even pretended to give her a chance by making them my ride or dies, but it's secretly me jinxing them this entire time. Sato wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Avi disapproves of this, and I'm just gonna disqualify her for it. Now, yeah, you would think that Tsumugi would sneak in and kill her for asking for the impossible. No. Someone's gotta put it, I gotta make examples out of these people. You're disqualified, Sato. I don't care if you're a former agent of chaos, the only agent of chaos to cash in and win. I don't care if you're the only tag team to have a successful retain. I don't care about any of that. You asked me to give Sayaka a chance, and you know what I'll do? I'll say the other team wins. And that other team, after this Claire Day terrible turnabout for Izuru, Kazuichi, Sato. We have made it to a decisive victor. I'm not even gonna see everybody's statuses because we know who the winner is in this massive, massive game. She did it. Your winner. Representing the new team of herself, former tag team champion Hifumi, and former two-time tag team champion Komaru. Could they be looking to give gold medalist Tsumugi from the Danganronpa her first title in tag team action? It certainly seems like a step in the right direction, because they are going on to the tag team finale. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Tsumugi, from Manga Mayhem. She did it. What can I say? Tsumugi is like, she's hit or miss in these games, but today she hit. She hit because it was a game of what, like 150? Yeah, 150 even. That's what I thought we had this season. 150 competitors even. And she came through for her team. This is a battle of attrition. This is a battle of attrition without a single arena event. So it lasted a perfect 10 days, which is perfect for season 10. Everything just works out that way. That's RNG for you. Of course that had to last 10 days. Congratulations to Tsumugi, we've met all the new teams. And she came out on top. Sato in second, Kazuichi third, Azura in fourth, Karia in fifth. Which is very good for his first, like, his first appearance in actual seasonal play. Monica in sixth, Fred in seventh, Ganyu in eighth, Bennett in ninth, and Fuyiko rounding off your top 10. Good on them. I'm proud. I'm proud, especially of Karia, and you know, I'm proud of Ganyu too. This is her first appearance in seasonal play too, and she got in the top 10. She got in the top 10. In fact, I think anyone in like the top like 20 in this case, anyone in the top 20 in a game of 150, that's bonkers. That's bonkers if you do well. So congratulations to everyone in the top 50. It's a shame for the person who was in last, the Sour Patch Kids, which is a team that I kind of like. I kind of like that team this season. But let me tell you, this is not about them. It's about Tsumugi, and bring up the tag team bracket. It's about Tsumugi, it is about Hifumi, and it is about Komaru. If they come through, Tsumugi could hold her first time. Hifumi could hold the tag team titles twice, and Komaru could hold the tag team titles for a third time. It could be truly groundbreaking, but will it happen? I don't know. In fact, Komaru could hold the titles 3 different times from 3 different teams, and that would be something. That would be something. I don't know. I'm kind of behind that. I'm kind of behind that. However, we gotta just go and we gotta look at all the things that happened, because as we proceed, we had a ton of things happen. As we proceed, we had a ton of things happen. There we go. It all started with Kaito taking out Mukuro, and Kaito, I'll be frank, he did have himself a game. Unfortunately, he did perish. And so did Sato. At the hands of me, I was like, you're out of here. You can't do that. On day 10, the perfect 10, you want me to give Sayaka a chance on the perfect 10th day? You're crazy. You're nuts. You're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Manga Mayhem. A nice new team. I kind of like that idea, and I'm glad. I'm glad, because they came through. Carry on, we gotta do some work. Carry on, we gotta do some work. We gotta do some work. We gotta do some work. We gotta make sure that's not you guys at the last place all this season. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Carry on. Manga Mayhem, first place. And look at these KOs. K and Toko both had 9. We know why. Mitarai had 8. Now with 6. Now very impressive with 6. And Ganyu very impressive with 5, I'll be completely frank. Bennett, Frat, Fuigo, the Great Ghost, and Tsumugi had 4. Everyone else had 3 or less. Chisasera had 3. Everyone else had 2 or less. And that's a long list of KOs because we had a long list of people, 150 people. That's insane. That's crazy. That's absolutely glorious. And that is our field for tag team action this season. As this week is the last week where we actually start taking a walk down memory lane, looking next week at some Season 1 ideas. And it's going to be interesting because we're going to take a Season 1 idea and turn it into a tag team episode because we didn't have tag teams in Season 1 or Season 2. They started in Season 3, but now it almost feels like they've been around like forever. Feels like they've been around forever, but they've been around for what? Now 7 seasons, and that's basically forever. That's 70% of the time that we've done this. Go back to the reaping. These are our teams this season. You've got yourselves a ride or die. I've picked a ride or die. Do I like them? I'll be frank. I like Edelgard and I like Kai. So I'll tolerate Sayaka. Maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, it'll be a much shorter game in singles action. But I'm excited for it nonetheless. Stay classy, Year of the Zenith. Toon Link David Almadino Cars. I'm going to cut off right now because this little section that I'm recording right now is at an hour. So I know that this one is long. Toodaloo, Play Crew.